Nick Recada did show up, and this was Nick yesterday. Like, every time I think Nick is okay, you guys, mostly, aside from being a little bit fatter every time you see me, but I'm telling you, that's over with, okay? Hold on, the Elissa fan. E, were you on edibles again? No, I'm not. What are you talking about? On edibles? Oh, you mean when I yelled at Nick? No, I was entirely lucid. 100% lucid. Hold on a second. Are you promoted to head sweeper? Says Hoseam. Yeah, these people are calling me like Ethan's. Yeah, Ethan Van Sciver. Yes, they call me. Excuse me. I just choked on my own spit. You ever do that? I do that. They said Ethan Van Sciver like is Nick Recada's top sweeper. He's the Baldo washer, whatever these retards say about people who are indifferent to or occasionally kind to Nick Recada. They immediately get denigrated. If Nick loses, I saw somebody say, if Nick Recada loses EVS, he's got nobody. I'm like, he's got nobody then. He doesn't have if it's me, if I am the last thread holding Nick Recada to the rest of humanity, that's face like I'm just watching. I'm just watching this shit. I'll go on his show if he asks me to, and I'll ask him hard questions. And when I'm on Nick Recada's show, if he invites me on the show, one of the questions I will ask him is, what the hell is going on with your nose here? What is this? That would be the first question I would ask him. I would say, first of all, what's with the micropene counter 9? Like, what do you... Stop worrying about other guys' dicks. Stop doing that. Second of all, what is going on, dude? What is going on now? Every single time, I think everything's going to be okay. Something like this happens. I just got done. I'm like, oh, you're fixing your life, right? Like, yeah, I understand. Like, you're defiant to the end. And then I see this. And he's like sitting there saying weird shit about Elissa clips. Hold on.
That was my son saying goodnight. But guys, I don't know how to laugh harder at this.
I don't know how to laugh harder at this. You just laugh harder. You don't know how to laugh harder at this. You're not laughing. Well, you should say, like, if you're about to make fun of a woman's cancer, and I understand that. Like, when Tess Fowler announced that she had cancer, I did go, hope you do. But then I had to, everybody got mad at me for it. Like, everybody said, this guy's making fun of this woman who has cancer. I said, yeah, but it's Tess Fowler. Like, don't you know who she is? Don't you know what she's all about? I have had no problems with Elissa Clips. Elissa Clips has been extremely kind to me in private. Like, in private, she sends me little messages and she's like, listen, my fans don't like you, so I would like to be able to clip your channel to make you look stupid. Is that okay with you? And I said, I mean, when you ask me like that, yes, of course. How could I say no? Like, when you come to me and say, I would like to clip your channel for my fans to make you look stupid, is that okay with you? I mean, it's like, how could I say no? Of course, yes. You're invited to do that. And she said, by the way, I don't feel the same way as my audience does. I think you're pretty funny. And now you're telling me that this person has cancer? Has anyone dealt with me more honestly and kindly than that? But Nick Recada hates her. Okay, now Tess Fowler's a different individual entirely. If you know anything, Tess Fowler was instrumental in working behind the scenes to cause my cancellation, to hurt my family. Tess Fowler was lying. Elissa Clips is just clipping your work. I see, this is the thing. If she clips me saying something stupid or doing something stupid, it's kind of my fault. Like, I'm saying something stupid here. I mean, that's it. And by the way, it happens often enough. But I don't think I hold these people's interests for very long. Nick does, though. So Nick, what is this? Like, she announces that she has cancer and
steel yourselves for what I'm about to do. Some people are very uncomfortable with things like this, but it's happening right now. Holy shit.
He doesn't seem well.
Elissa Clips.
Hey. Now, is this just mental illness? Because if it's just mental illness, I could certainly understand. I could definitely understand if this is Nick falling into some mental illness, because life has not been fun for him over the past year. Like, I've taken beatings on the internet before, and I'll take them a million times. I've taken beatings before, and they felt pretty bad. Me getting canceled 8 years ago was really bad. Like it was really, really bad because I was up here with DC Comics and beloved, like, you know, told, oh, listen, your Green Lantern is great. We love your Flash. You know, DC Comics put out an article called 5.2 Reasons We Love Ethan Van Sciver. It's still there. You can still see that on their website. And it went from that to like, you are lower than dog shit. You are canceled. You'll never work again. You know, it's like, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. That was the worst beating. That, like, the entire world tried to destroy my life, but I have, and they still are, but I have never seen anything like what Nick's going through. And then, like, as I'm watching some of the, I don't watch Nick, as I'm watching some of the old clips, I'm like, oh, he was lying about a lot of stuff. Like, he was saying, you guys think that I'm a swinger? That's funny. That's funny fanfic. What do you think? Like, I'd give my kids Coke? Like, I wouldn't do that. Like, that's like, what do you think? Like, yeah, I'm sure I'm a drug addict. I'm a real big addict. That's like, dude, you're like, you don't have to say that stuff because they're not, those things aren't true. Like, you're like, so I, you know, listen, I understand. Like, when your audience finds out that you are deliberate, just don't lie to your audience like that. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to talk about your love life. You don't have to talk about your sex life. You don't have to, just, you know, if you're telling them something that isn't true, don't do that. So anyway, if this is mental, my point is, if this is mental illness that we're witnessing here, I completely understand. But again, man, Nick, I don't know, dude.
Hey, Elissa, how you doing? 26 minutes ago. Hi, friends. That's false. I've been dealing with some health issues, and after a recent visit to the ER, a large pancreatic mass was found. Well, that just sucks. I'm sorry. It needs attention ASAP. So I'm currently in the process of trying to get an appointment with an oncologist for surgery. Don't be surprised if you start seeing delays in content posting, and make sure you're following Stalin for current happenings.
I'm okay with Nick. I'm a sweeper, says Jasper.
Prayers, good vibes, even more so. Nick Rekieta recently said to me, oh my God, I hope cancer does the work God won't. That doesn't sound like me at all. Why would I say that? Weird. So now might be a good time for those who wish $1 million to start buying your lotto tickets.
Did she do something to you? I mean, aside from clipping your channel, did she like, I mean, you know, did she do something to Nick? Because like I said, my experience with her has been completely upfront and honest. Ethan, she could be his Tess Fowler, says Urashima Taro. Well, if she is, let me know. I would say that like Keanu would be more of is Keanu more of like his Renfamous or Tess Fowler? All right, let's find out. Yeah, he is filled with hatred for Elissa.
I don't know. I hope she recovers 1,000,000 times.
That's evil, Nick. That's evil.
I don't give a fuck
what
about
is going on with your nose, dude? The nose is shiny. The nose looks like it's been rubbed raw. What is going on? Why do you look like this today?
I would have in the past, even after like she disagreed with me or whatever. I didn't care about that shit.
Yeah.
But she's an evil bitch. I don't know. You know,
why? What did she do?
Her backstory. Someone should do a documentary or something. It's a wild one. But you know, it doesn't really matter. It's easy to say that. It's hard to actually maintain wishing death on someone in the face of a reality thing. So, Elissa, I do apologize.
Okay, his nose is red because of allergies. All right.
That's actually really shitty. So, I think you're a terrible trash human, but I don't want you dead, actually. When I said that in the past, I'm sorry. Legitimately.
Thank you for saying that. After laughing.
Terrible. But I was going through some shit. I'm sorry. It's not a great excuse. But I do think you're awful.
Wow.
But I don't think you should die painfully from cancer. That would suck. So, even for you. So yeah, there you go. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it.
He just seems a completely different human being.
Then I hope that they're able to find some sort of cure for her.
Wow. Nick shower text night letter coming to EVS, says Kyan Renell. Uh-oh. What is that? What is that a reference to? So anyway, yeah, I apologize. My thing is, I don't want to be responsible. I don't want to be a part of I see the entire internet coming down on this guy. I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to do that.